This next one regarding cooling towers. Now, these are located on a lot of buildings, not specifically manufacturing, but many other building types as well. So, tell us this story too.
Yeah, I was working with Granger Government on this with Claudia in Chicago, so I got to give her a shout out because she's one of the best reps I've ever worked with. Really brings a lot of value. And she said, "Hey, can I take you to the VA hospital here in Chicago? It's brand new. They're really worried about their cooling towers this time on the new building." I was a little nervous. I was like, ah, let's go see if we can find this out. So we went out, met with them, and they took us out to their cooling tower, where in a cooling tower, naturally, hot water just sprays from the top and works its way down and it displaces. So it cools the heat off, gets colder again, and goes back into the building and recirculates in what we call a chiller. And that chiller makes all the floors in the building cold. So you're talking about heat stress environments or heat stress opportunities are right here, but you're also talking about a hospital, which you want to make sure it's maintained and it's always cold. So what you see right here is they started to get lime scale or these green lines running down the side of the cooling tower. And it's very common. Probably anyone listening is going to see this more often than not now after this call. And what they were using in their old hospital was a strong acid that started to eat the coils or what they called the fill behind it. And he said it was getting really nasty and bad. He said, "Man, did that stuff work?" But now we're having to replace equipment and parts costing thousands of dollars. On top of that, he said, "I'm going to come up with my own solution." So then they started going to power washing. But power washers are also abrasive. So he started using a power washer and it only added to it. So they thought they had no more solution. I worked with Claudia and she basically said, "I think I have something for you." So in just a Chapin sprayer or like a backpack sprayer, we did a 50-50 mix of CLR with water, sprayed it down really lightly, and it becomes super brittle that they could just knock it off with their finger or just wipe it off. But his favorite part is when he was done, he just took the hose and put his thumb over it and sprayed it down, and just that little bit of pressure knocked it all right off. I think again, I mean, we know we saved on average $3,000 to $5,000 in just replacement parts, but he was excited that it's the windy city here. So when the wind came, the acid would sometimes push over into people, and he's like, "At least I know I'm not blowing a harsh muriatic or phosphoric acid into the people or having it go off the building and damage plants or vegetation." So I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, man, it's a two for one right there." So it was a very awesome call. Now we're looking to really focus on this year with Granger because, to your point, James, this is everywhere. This is a great
Yeah.
cost savings initiative.
Yeah, so when you're on the rooftop of your customer's facility, walk over to their cooling towers. Take a quick peek at it. Do you see that green buildup, like Ryan was talking about? If you see it, talk to them about, hey, how do you clean this normally? What are you currently using? And if they're not using CLR Pro, well, there you go. Talk to them about CLR Pro. Talk to them about I think this this the calcium lime and rust remover. I can't see the picture too well
Yep, it's
down
just
below.
regular calcium lime and rust remover. And quite frankly, the number one question we just need guys to ask is, where are you experiencing hard water? A lot of times they're
Yeah.
going to say toilets and drains and fountains, but they're experiencing in that simple of a sense. That means they're having it on their cooling tower, their die cast lines, their heat exchangers, anything like that. I mean, it's all within the system.